This is a recording of a typical day in the life where I try and be extra productive. Now, my days that I try and be productive, and most days I start with yoga because it helps my back and it gives me a few moments to get in the proper mindset. Have you noticed that, like, if you ever are just rushing to work, that it just kind of makes you feel rushed the whole day? So I think having a few moments just to take a breather, get in the proper mindset, start things a little bit slow really helps. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a note card, and I do that by looking at two programs. I look at Google Calendar, which gives me all of my appointments that I need. And then the next program I'm going to look at is Workflowy. Now, this is basically a program that lets you create lists of different things, and my whole life is in my Workflowy. My business, my different podcast episode ideas, video ideas, different to-dos, they're all in my Workflowy. And so I go through my Workflowy and I pick a couple of them that I'm going to write on a note card, because I find that having a physical to-do list is really important when it comes to productivity. Now, I have my note card for my previous day on the left, and I'm going to transfer any items that I might not have accomplished yesterday and put them on today's note card. And then I'm going to place any appointments I might have for that day that I got off of my Google Calendar. I'm going to place that at the bottom of the note card. Now, once I've done that, I'll just fill up the rest of the note card with the items that I want to try to accomplish that day. And then once I've listed out all of the items, they might be random errands or things with my business or what have you, I'm going to pick the item that will make me feel the most accomplished, and I'm going to give it a little star. In this case, it is recording an episode of my podcast, Shut Up Brain. Now, on this particular morning, I decided to skip breakfast and instead have some matcha tea. So I wanted to just share how I make matcha tea. I find that matcha is a good alternative to coffee or espresso because it allows you to have sustained energy without feeling jittery or anything like that. And making matcha is pretty simple. You just put the powder in the cup, you add some hot water, and you mix it up. Now, in this case, I realize instantly I've made a mistake because if you just put raw matcha powder in a cup, it'll be too coarse. So you actually need to sieve it a little bit first. So I have this little mesh thing that I kind of grind the matcha powder up a little bit more. Then I'm going to add some water that is hot but not boiling, and then mix everything up with a milk frother, which I find to be a little bit more efficient and easier than a bamboo whisk. Once I've mixed up a little bit, I'll add a little bit more hot water, and I'll mix it up again. Now, this whole time, I'm trying to get into a mindset of productivity, trying to be focused on my day and what I'm going to be accomplishing over the next hour or the next few hours, really. And sometimes this leads to being a little bit mindless, spilling some tea, but that is okay. Nothing to cry over. Still looks beautiful. Now, I keep my to-do list with me at all times. I usually keep it next to my cell phone, which is in my pocket, or I keep it next to my computer where I am doing all of my work. And now that I have my green tea, I'm going to drink this and I'm going to get to work. And I'm going to try and stay focused on my to-do list most of the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below, like it, and go ahead and share what a productivity tip you have to start your day is.